Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of Vinyl Stallions!
What up, everybody? It is Spruce, and welcome back to another incredible episode of Vinyl Stallions. Vinyl Stallions is a podcast about all things music, and you can check us out anywhere at Vinyl Stallions on social or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Today, we are continuing our Homies series, which is where Klepp and myself chose some friends, told them to pick an album, and we dive into it. And today we have some twins on, a couple homies of myself, Liz and Emily Blesi. I've been friends with them for over a decade now, so shout out to them. And shout out to them for picking this album, which is A Lesson in Love by Collin Miller and the Brother Nature, released in 2021. And it's perfect timing because Collin Miller and the Brother Nature is actually headlining our first music charity event happening this Friday at the Beachland Ballroom and Tavern in Cleveland, Ohio. And all of the net proceeds are going to be going to a local charity, the Greater Cleveland Hunger Network. So it's going to be a great time. We have many other bands from Cleveland, bands from Toledo, bands from Columbus. We'll be out here representing, and it's going to be a great time. But for now, enjoy this episode and a dive into A Lesson in Love.
Let's get
Welcome
it.
to Vinyl Stallions. We have Liz and Emily Blesi on today, aka the Blesi Twins, aka the baddest bitches here in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's who we are.
Okay, so I have to ask Klepp this though, because he doesn't know us as well.
All right, hit him.
Who do you think is the older twin? Who's older than who?
Wait. Oh, wow. So this is just a coin flip, really.
I guess in your case, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're twins, then you're like kind of born at the same time, right?
Well,
One,
sure.
one did.
Yeah,
no.
I guess, yeah, one
Yeah,
has
One's
to
gotta
come out
come- One's
first.
got to come out first.
Okay, I
makes
am
one
going to
older than
say Liz.
That is the average answer.
Oh.
I will say.
I feel like it's not. I feel like you're wrong. I
don't
feel like
think
most
so.
people think it's me.
By how many minutes do you think I'm older? Well, we just established it was wrong.
Yeah,
So M's older.
I am older, but how many minutes older do you think I am? That's a hard question. 7. That's a
7 minutes.
It's actually 11, but that's a good answer.
Okay.
Because
Aw,
most
11
twins I
minutes.
feel are like 2 minutes, 1 minute, you
Yeah.
know. So
Like
that
I
was a good
missed-
answer.
Yeah.
Older.
Anyway, just
So
older
what's that
twin.
hold over you being the oldest Blasi twin?
You know,
what
I
do you hold over
feel
this?
like maybe it meant more when we were kids, but now I just like don't give a fuck about it. I don't care.
Now you're Camp Sis.
Now
Check out
Camp Sis. Camp Sis on Instagram, Ernie the Mini Weenie,
Yes.
you know, like we have a few little like side hustles.
we do.
Well,
Do you think we look alike at all, Klepp?
Yes and no. I can see like a little bit similarity in the facial features, but I mean, you have different color hair. So
And eyes.
and eyes,
I feel like people, when they listen to this podcast, they're not going to be able to tell.
our
who's-
voice apart.
Yeah, who's who.
That's hilarious.
We all like- If someone calls M, I answer and they think it's M.
And like
not tell
John,
our-
like if I say things when I'm with Liz and John,
Yeah,
John
you
doesn't
can't tell
know
our
like
voices apart.
who it was
I
that
honest-
said something.
I guess I didn't even realize it. Now that you both were just talking, at
Yeah.
the time, like it's
Yes.
kind of just like coming together into a mega Camp Sis.
Mega Camp Sis.
Mega Camp Sis. This is a Camp Sis app.
This is.
Love it.
We're gonna have a lot of content today.
Yes.
We're gonna dive into Camp Sis, the Blasi sisters. I also, as part of our homies series, the Blasis have been homies of your boy and the show for a long, long time now, probably like over a decade at this point, which is crazy to think about.
Wild.
And but yeah, I said, what album would you want to dive into for our homie series? And what did you choose?
We chose Collin Miller, A Lesson in Love, the album. Yeah, and we're here to talk about it. I'm excited. Right? That's
Liz
what we
definitely
chose?
knows a lot more than Collin Miller than I do, which is okay. I'm okay with that.
I mean, it's the beauty of music and kind of this podcast is just like finding out about new music,
Yeah,
which is
for
very
sure.
cool.
For
And
sure.
what's kick-ass about this, and I'm telling you, this wasn't planned, ladies and gentlemen, but Collin Miller is going to be headlining our music charity event at Beachland Ballroom.
Yes.
We're going to put this out the week of, so it's going to be this coming Friday, February 24th. We got 6 other bands, but it was just perfect timing when you said we're gonna do Collin Miller because bada bing. I mean, we're gonna be seeing him, and I actually, guilty enough, have never seen Collin Miller live.
You haven't?
No, it's literally gonna be my first time, and the fact, I mean, I've listened to his albums over and over again, and I just got my ear talked off to from John, from AG, from Danny Sherry, Brandon Pfeiffer, and they keep telling me you have to see this band because they know I love the horns, they know I love it down and the fucking goo, and this is what that band brings with just an incredible voice layered on top of it. And
for sure.
Didn't you guys just see him recently at All Saints?
Yeah.
Solo act?
So I actually guess I beat you on that piece because I have seen Collin Miller live at least once.
And it was then. He did like a solo gig.
And it was all of his acoustic like versions of his songs. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. That's like when I realized, okay, I think I can get down with Collin Miller.
Yeah. So actually it was funny because
his voice is so good.
It's beautiful. It's so good.
So John introduced him to me, and I've seen him a couple times now. And so I texted Em and I was like, hey, we're gonna go to All Saints and we're gonna see Collin Miller. And you didn't make fun of me, but you were like, oh my God, like seriously, like again? And I was like, yes. So, Em and Julius came, and Em starts listening to him, and she was like, wait.
I was sobbing at one point.
Em started crying, tearing up because his voice was like,
so beautiful. So beautiful.
It is. It really is. It's like I have written down when I like go through the albums, like I say, whenever I do an album review, I write down just like what I'm feeling. And the word angelic came like multiple times with like the synths and his voice in harmony.
For sure. I've seen him a couple times now. So that solo mini concert he did at All Saints. I've seen him at the Grog Shop, the Beachland, and then the Winchester. So I've seen him a couple times now, and they just, anytime you see them, they just put on like a show. So you're definitely in for a treat at the Beachland. Yeah. I think the Beachland was the first time that I ever saw him. So
that's I'm sure that's his like home base. I works there sometimes as well. But I am beyond excited to like again. I mean, seeing him live in concert is totally different as well. One of those bands at the Winchester, Apostle Jones, is also going to be playing at the event.
I'm so excited for this event. I'm so mad you're not going.
I'm so pissed you're not going. Nicole actually said, she's like, I've never seen you get more excited for a concert than when we're going to go see Collin Miller. And I get so pumped. But he just brings like an energy, and he's one of those artists where what he sounds like on the album, that's what he sounds like live. So he just has like that raw talent, and you can tell he just like cares about what he's putting out and like how he sounds. He's soulful. Yeah, like, I feel like I could just go on and on.
Yes.
He's full of soul.
Yeah, and it's like jazz influences. I feel like there's some like hip hop, funk. Like it literally brings like when people ask me, they're like, "What kind of music is going to be played at this event?" And I'm like,
all the above, really.
I keep saying horny because 4 out of the 6 bands have horns. So it's going to be horny music for all those people who want to get out there and get down with us.
Horny music coming.
What do you think, Clef? Have you listened to the album?
Yeah. I've listened to both of them. I don't even know if I could pick a favorite. They're both just fantastic. I love the interludes. Both albums have them, but the instrumental interludes that are mixed throughout, like they are just so tight. They just have such a groove to their music.
Definitely. I always was curious to how he found all the guys in his band that he found, because just how talented they are, and they all play, you have the trumpets, you have the drum, you have the guitar, like he plays guitar, I guess, but he like whatever, it's a big band, like there's a lot of them,
there's layers to it.
There's
and you got
like 8 of them, do you think?
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know the exact number honestly, but I mean you gotta be damn fucking good to convince 6 or 7 people to join you and play your music.
And the practice and like the...
originally just to pitch it, but then now that all these members have been in the band and they're kind of getting the wheels rolling on this, like I'm sure they're all inputting in some aspect, obviously, on what their instrument does. And it's crazy to see it all come together. And let's quit being around the bush. Let's dive into this album, and we'll get to Camp Sis a little bit later and stir the pot, as we like to on Vinyl Stallions.
Here we go.
But so again, it's Collin Miller and the Brother Nature, A Lesson in Love, released in 2021. It is the second studio album from Collin Miller and the brother Nature. And what an incredible album. It starts off with A Greeting to Love, sitting at 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can consider this, in a sense, a little bit of an interlude as well, Klepp.
Yeah, I guess technically not an interlude because it's not in the middle, but it it's all instrumental, and I just think it does a great job of just kind of setting the mood just for the whole album. You know, it's got like a clever play on words with the title, A Greeting to Love, you know, for the album A Lesson in Love. And it's just like this jazzy piano soundscape.
Yeah. I feel like his album flows really well. Like when you look at like each, even just like the title of the song, and then you listen to each one, like it flows really well. And yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good intro. And I think I know there's no lyrics into this interlude piece, but his lyrics to his words and the fact that he writes his own songs, like I just feel I don't know, it's raw, it's real. Like it takes a lot of talent.
It does. And something that you like, and honestly, I listened to albums a handful of times. I was much more of a song guy growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
And Klepp is a fucking monster and a half of just like listening to albums like daily.
Yeah.
And you really, and like doing this podcast and doing like these album reviews has really got me into not just like wanting to listen to like all the albums, but like understanding like the artist put these in an order for some reason, and like they chose it particularly. So it's like telling a story when you like get to be able to like, I don't know, go through each song, and it's like a different chapter in a sense. And I don't know, it's completely changed the way that I'm like, because then I'll like listen to a song and then be like, but where does this fall? Where does this fall in the story?
What's the next song after this?
Yes.
What's the storyline?
Because some songs like go, and this album does it fantastically, where like songs just flow perfectly into each other.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I just had like Wet written down for this song. Wet piano. There was like wind whistling from the cymbals.
Right.
There's like shaker and chimes that like for some reason they reminded me of like bugs like going on. And then I love that it just ends with like, hey, and then just right into the next song.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it goes like right into the next song.
Yeah, and that next song is The Prowl, sitting at 4 minutes and 39 seconds.
That one's a beautiful song.
This one's one of my favorites. He did play a acoustic version when we were at All Saints, but this one's just like jazzy and fun, and his vocals, like, you know, they really just come out. I do have the vinyl of this album.
Damn, you should have brought it. I should have been it.
That I didn't. I went to M's house straight from work, and then I didn't.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, yeah, it's just, I love it. Every song, like, there's not one song that I want to like skip when I'm playing it in the car. You know, I just like belt out the. When
you see that album cover, you're like, we'll let it ride.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
So wait, I gotta ask, where did you get that vinyl? Because I would love to have it too, but his website is not working.
So we saw him at the Grog Shop a couple months ago, like sometime before the holidays, and he posted like, hey, at this show I'm going to be I'm gonna have merch, and we're gonna have records. And I was like, oh my god, we have to get one. So we get there, and you know, it was the night of the Browns game. One of the Browns games was on.
Yeah, because I was getting shit when they were like, you gotta go to this.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, I'm a season ticket holder.
Right, you are. And I'm the type of person, like, I get like really bad like scaries when it comes to like work nights and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, I never really go out on the work nights because I, whatever. And I was like, we gotta go though. And so we get to the garage. And the guys, they had an opener, and they didn't even start playing yet. Oh my god, they're the vinyls, like there they are. And everyone's like, Liz, like, we can just get one at the end of the show. I'm like, what if they sell them?
Secure that.
I'm like,
yep, I am the same way. Don't leave it anything to chance. Get it and just have it. Granted,
he did have like a lot of like they didn't sell out, I don't think, but you
got it just in case.
Ran up to I was like, we're going. So we get up there, and I bought one, and I was so excited, and I literally just stood there in the crowd the entire concert holding it, and I was like, woo! like, I got your record.
Yeah.
And then that concert went so late because he's just so like, his shows are so like intimate. Like he just loves to just jam out. And I really wanted him to sign it, but it didn't happen.
That's okay.
Did you meet him in person? Sorry.
No. We have not met him. We're hoping to have him on an episode here in the next like month or two.
No way.
Yeah, no.
Do you think
fangirl downstairs?
Do you
while
think
he-
he'll listen to this?
What I want is for him to
hope
like
he
see me.
will.
We
I
hope.
mean, yeah.
I just want him to know what a fan I am. And I
Liz literally told me.
Collin, if you're listening, Liz Blesi would like to meet you and would
She's
love
in
your
love with
autograph
you.
for this record.
yes.
Oh,
So we'll put you guys in contact.
Liz, in all
at some point.
seriousness, give that record to Spruce before
Give the M, so bring it to
soiree.
the soiree.
I'll bring you
Yeah,
to
we
soiree.
will have him sign it. I'm sure he will.
I like belt the songs out and John gets really irritated and he's just like you're way too much of a Collin Miller fan. And
Is John like, that's my thing?
not he's just like
Probably.
he's like, you're so much of a fan that it's like annoying. And I just like all I want to do is listen to Collin Miller. And I'm like, if I'm just in the crowd, I just want him to see me singing and I want him to call me up on stage.
So
and
Liz
sing
literally
with me.
just told me this on the way here. She was like, I really hope one time I go to a Collin Miller concert and he sees me in the crowd and pulls me up on stage so that
Yes,
I can
that's what I
sing
want.
songs with him.
Oh man.
And I was like,
but I'm way too
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. I
anything's
do agree
possible,
with that.
but I'm not on his level, so that's all right.
You're a shy girl too.
I'm a
You would
shy
not
girl.
do.
Shy girl. Well, hey, you gotta lose on this podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Podcast is forever.
Anyway, the prowl. Let me read my just gibberish notes. Horns set in the motherfucking tone. And then this is when you like really hear Collin's voice for the first time and like realize how unique it is. Like
Mhm.
it's like it has that like JK from Jamiroquai, like where you just know who it is immediately, and like such clean playing and something that I honestly Club's about to just go and bang his head against the wall because I talk about this in every single episode. But I love at 1 minute and 32 seconds just how important harmonies are in music, and like they do it so well throughout this entire just record, and then to match it up with synths is like literally everything.
Yeah.
Because you add like the harmonies, but then you're just adding that background just like
Yeah.
Angelic.
it is.
That's
It's
the
angelic.
angelic
That's the
I
angelic.
have to say snaps for his back
Yes.
singers.
Yes. We'll give them-
Yeah.
we'll give them
During
snaps.
their live shows, they just kill it every time. And I really like that he gives them a chance to really like shine. Like I feel like a little bit each song. So they're great too. But yeah, I agree, JJ.
I'm so excited to see this band live.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
you're in for
I'm
a treat for
excited
sure.
too.
All right. Number 3, which I think is my favorite song on this album. Here it is, sitting at 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, second longest song on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a slow jam. And then yeah, like the piano really builds it just throughout the song. The chorus is super powerful. And then yeah, even at the end, there's like that really jazzy piano part that I just think puts the cherry on top.
It's like we never saw it coming, baby.
Yes. So at first when we listened to this, John's like, this is a breakup song. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
are you
kind
listening
of
to it? I
is.
know it's like a slower like tune, but I was like, no, this is like a beautiful song about falling in love. This is the song that M got teary-eyed when we were at
Yeah.
All Saints, and
Hell yeah.
he did an acoustic version. It's oh my god, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And I
Yeah.
didn't get teary-eyed. I literally was sobbing.
Yeah, she did.
It wasn't even teary-eyed.
I like
It was
look back and
full
Emma's tears
tears.
down her face. She's like,
sobbing.
this is just so beautiful.
And this was like, oh, here it is.
Yeah, so I literally the entire time I think I was just singing in M's ear. I'm like,
She
this
was.
is me.
I was like, shut up. I want to hear his voice because it's so good.
Yeah, beautiful.
No, I love this. And again, the harmonies during the chorus, they like do the harmonies, and then there's just like a bass line to follow every time that is fucking sick
Yes.
nasty.
My favorite part is when they're like, you came and opened up my eyes.
Yes.
And it just does like, oh, it's beautiful. It gives me goosebumps. I love
It
it.
is. There's a stop at the end of like the first chorus that is just so smooth to go into second. I always love when stuff does it. And then yeah, that breakdown at like 2:45 sends you into a synth blunder right afterwards. So yeah, no. It ends with the piano and then bada bang. This is, I think, this is my favorite song. This is my favorite song.
I want to know who it's about.
I think about
An
that
artist.
too.
One thing I noticed too. Oh no, go ahead.
No, you're all
Oh God, yeah, no, you're good.
Clap. We're all here for you.
Sorry, you gotta understand. There's like a delay, so like
Oh,
I start saying something and you don't hear it for like 3 seconds after I say it. But no, all I was gonna say is like one thing I noticed, and not just this song, like the whole album, the way the horns play, it's like very soft, and it's like different than like, for example, like Bruce. Like the horns are great in Bruce, but they're like violent, they're aggressive, they like cut through everything else. Like same with like another guy that we really like, Brian Setzer. Like it's just a different type of horn playing, and it's so well done, and it's just like really accentuated in this song, I think.
And there's 2 guys in his band who play
The horns?
yes, and it's like I think in this particular song they play the melody that's like, you know what I mean? They're like, but I think you're right. Like it's soft, but it's there, but just enough, but not too. Like it's great.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is interesting. That is a good point, Club. Like usually horns, like when they're playing, they're like kind of taking the spotlight, but these ones are just kind of flowing in the back.
Yeah, love it.
And then, all right, so number 4 is Everyday Lovers.
Oh,
Love this.
Love, fun.
Yes, and we got a feature on it as well.
Yes.
So actually, this podcast is going to turn into Liz singing the entire album for you.
Especially if they keep drinking
Osmos.
No, there's a upbeat, fun version that
and
I
then
love.
The acoustic.
And then there's a slow. Have you listened to both?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like it's important.
It is. I agree because it's so different in the vibes that they like have them in. So like the slow version is like lovey, but then the other one is like upbeat.
Like you'd want to play it at I feel like you could play it at a wedding.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. No.
I want the whole album. Everyone better learn it because it'll be played.
You know what, Collin Miller, if you actually end up listening to this, I would like to hire you for my sister's wedding.
Yes.
Confirmed.
Yeah,
literally.
there it is.
That's like 2 times in a minute saying words. All right. Well, we got Jessica Yafanero, and I'm sorry if I fucked that up, Jessica, but featured on this song. And the duet in this song is like, I don't know, Colin's voice just like matches her and it just flows so well. It's like intertwined in a point. But it starts off with like that drum machine and like kind of hip hop lo-fi beat and like it's totally threw me off. I was like, did I cue a song? Is this a Stampede Shuffle? Like what the fuck am I getting?
I love it.
It's very different than all the other songs, I think.
I think so too.
I agree.
It's fun. Yeah, anytime it comes on.
It's just like a
you gotta jam out.
Yeah.
It'll put you in a good mood.
It will. And if you listen closely, starting at about 1:45 to like right after 2 minutes, Collin threw in some alien noises for us. So go back and listen to that and you will hear some alien noises going on back there.
I don't think I realized.
I don't either. I wish we could play it, but
anytime there's like a synth making a weird noise, I consider that alien noises.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Got it.
But yeah, great duet, and it really does have such a feel.
Yeah, it really does. Love it.
All right, number 5, we have Nightlight sitting at an even 4 minutes.
I can't say I know this one.
I do, but sing it to me, JJ.
Well, right now it's great. We throw in music right over when we introduce the song, so it is currently playing as we're talking right now.
Got amazing.
Wait, I'm gonna play it for 5 seconds. Am I allowed to do that, JJ?
Yeah, go ahead, play it, and I'll throw in that like the drums and the horns are back-witted in the song. Again, his voice is just mesmerizing. Yeah. Yes. You're right. The bass does lead the way.
It is the bass. It's the bass that leads it. Again, Liz will be singing this entire album for us. You know what? I feel like at the end of this, we should have a recording session for Liz just to sing all the songs.
Yeah, Collin Miller
That
cover.
could be it.
Be embarrassed.
And then we'll post it on Spotify.
We'll call it Cover Miller.
Cover Miller
Yes.
under Vinyl Stallions. You'll be the producer.
That's
Taylor.
probably like, okay, did I get myself
I know.
into?
Club's the manager. Club's
Like,
running
both of
this.
you guys are
Club's like, we need a track by Friday.
Yeah. But this is another like,
The fans, they need it now.
the fans got to know what's going on. Anyway, JJ, what are the thoughts?
I mean, this one's just like perfectly placed in the album. Just mesmerizing voice again. Club and I talked about that bass tone that was just carrying the song. And no, I mean, I think it's a very, very well put together song. And again, purposely done to be put straight in the middle, like, and then take you into these famous interludes that we have been talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Time.
So JJ, I feel like you're the type of guy where it's like any music goes. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Clep, is this album like your vibe? I don't know your vibe that well. Or like what music you're really
I'm kind of the same way.
Okay.
There's really the only genres I don't listen to are like modern rap, modern country, and I guess like some pop. I mean, some pop's good. Like I like Harry Styles' new album. I don't know. I don't really care for like the newest Taylor Swift album, but the 2 Taylor Swift albums that were made during COVID, I dug both of those. So I mean, yeah, there's really no genres that are off limits. Definitely into this genre. Like I think it was either June or July, I saw Leon Bridges. I feel like his music is similar to Collin's in a lot of
Yeah,
That's
ways.
a good comparison.
It is. Very soulful, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Take Me to the River, honestly, like, or River by Leon Bridges, honestly does remind me of, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Take
Steam.
me.
Steam is another good Leon song that would definitely remind you of Collin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Love
All right,
it.
Clep, tell us why you like In Time, the interlude, sitting at number 6.
So the sound of the drums is like probably the one thing I noticed, because it has like kind of like that washy, like trash sound, which I mean is deliberate. Like they want it to be more reverby and echoey, and it just has like a cool sound to it. And yeah, synths pretty awesome. Like it, I mean, and it's just got such a groove to it. Like it's no wonder they call it In Time.
True that.
Yeah.
That synth, yeah, I like how the synth like constantly gets louder and louder and then just like tosses you out right into that next song.
Mm-hmm.
A crescendo, short but sweet.
It is. I do like those though a lot, like in songs or like on albums. I like just a little interludes, like tell us something there.
I do really like them, but what is the purpose of them? Is it just to do like a short little like?
It's to bring you into the next song.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like think of
I like them.
think of like the albums that you've listened to that have those interludes in between it. It's just kind of like a intro to the next like half of the album.
I feel
That's
like
how I
not.
see
Do you
it.
feel like a lot of albums have those though? At least like popular
Frank
ones
Ocean's
today. Yeah, Frank
has a-
Ocean, I feel like that.
And I
There's
feel like with
Not so
Long-
much nowadays,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I like back in the 60s, 70s, that was very, very common because they knew that the way people would be listening to it is on vinyl. And I would bet,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I bet In Time starts the B-side.
Yeah.
So is it time to just kind of like bring the listener to kind of like a new vibe that they're trying to introduce to the album?
It could be that. It could also be like a song that they like didn't fully develop and they were
Yeah.
like, but this is still a really cool like beat or something
Yeah.
where you could like throw it in.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's commonly like I feel like why I consider doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Cup and I are making my album right now, and like I start my whole album off with just like a minute 10 like interlude in a sense,
Oh,
or
I
just like
love
a
that.
way. I mean, for the first ones, I mean, I don't know. This is how I'm setting up my album, so I'm only speaking about myself. But like, I consider it like reading the back of a book.
Okay.
Like this is what you're gonna get on the inside, and
Sets the
then
vibe.
sets the vibe, and then like after the first one, then you're like into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like it.
I don't know, but the interludes, whenever I think of interludes, I think of Outkast. Those mobs,
Oh, yeah.
dude, they put on interludes, but they do interludes in a sense of like kind of what Em said, like setting up like the next story. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it's just like talking and like I I don't know, yeah, like just kind of setting the tone or whatever you're gonna be like tossed into next.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that band has a lot of
I
radio
literally just
hits,
got into them
but
in the past,
that
like,
is an
6 months.
album band.
Yeah.
Really is. All right, so but from In Time we go into number 7, which I believe was their most listened to song on Spotify, was Come On In. Sitting at 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Another fun, I feel like wedding.
So John, if you're listening, Liz is thinking of all of her wedding songs. So
Starts with Collin, ends with Miller.
Chippy Chop. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love you, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's another fun, jazzy,
Upbeat. Yeah.
really fun.
I don't know why I wrote down techno funk.
It is though. I think that's a good way to put it.
Has a lot of wah pedal as well, which could add the funk factor into it.
Like the volume there is there, the instruments are there, but I feel like it doesn't affect like I feel like the sound of the volume and the bass are still there.
This song really reminded me
Sorry,
of
people not agree.
another.
I'm trying to read what I wrote, honestly.
No, JJ, you should have told me that you made notes on each individual.
I know.
song.
I wish
No.
I had like
You guys has to be raw.
a note.
This is the one.
This is the upbeat one, right?
This is yeah. Well, this one actually reminded me the most of Jamiroquai with like the vibes and the voice. Like it just completely gave me that vibe. And
So,
the horns hit
Dude,
amazing.
I was gonna say the band it makes me think of is Rubik's Groove because the way that he sings in the song sounds like the way Shannon sings, and like the harmonies. Because there's a female singer in this song. It doesn't say who on Spotify, but you can hear it, and the way Collin and her harmonize literally sounds exactly how Thad and Shannon harmonize. I like swear I thought it was a Rubik's Groove song for like a minute.
And for those who don't know, Rubik's Groove is another band that will be at the soiree of the Stallions at Beachland Ballroom and Tav. Yep. So starting on the Beachland Ballroom stage will be Apostle Jones, Rubik's Groove, and then Colin Miller. On the Tavern stage, we have Wigged Out. We have the Ice Cream Militia from Toledo, and then we have Mezclado.
They're gonna be happening at the same time.
We're going to be rotating stages. We got 6 bands playing. There's food, there's drinks involved. There are raffles. Everything's going to Hunger Network, which is a local charity up here in Cleveland.
Nice.
It's going to be a kick-ass night.
Buy
Well,
the VIP ticket. Just
yeah.
Ball out. Buy the VIP.
Yeah,
That's
VIP
what I have to
ticket
say.
includes the
Pays for itself.
yeah. You're honestly, yeah, you're paying less when you get you're getting food, you're getting 2 drink tickets with that VIP ticket. We'll all pour one out in remembrance of Liz Blesi not being there. And
I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. In the British Virgin Islands, having the time of her life. We will not pour one out. for
No,
this
I
lady.
am super bummed.
You are sad. You keep telling me how sad you
all
are.
right.
It'll
That's
be good.
okay.
Yeah, you guys.
We're getting off topic.
JJ, this sound. I know. I'm sorry, but this sound. You like guys put a lot of work into this. Like this whole event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
came together quickly. I mean, it was
Yeah.
something. It's funny. I want to take the clip from one of our first like 5 episodes, but we like joked around. We're like, the soiree of the Stallions will happen sometime in your life, and like that.
Soiree.
And it is a soiree. I mean,
love it.
You manifested this.
we did. There's fests, there's
Appreciate it.
paloozas, but there's no soiree. So,
That's a great way to put it.
That is a great way
and
to
it's
put
a
it.
great word. So yeah, no, we're excited. We're hoping to
Cool.
keep doing like this is our first year. We're completely winging this thing, but we know we have a kick-ass lineup, great charity that's going to go to, and
Awesome.
I appreciate everyone that's supporting the homies that are buying tickets and everyone that's supporting local music and
Yeah,
whatever the hell else is involved in that.
you guys will get a great turnout.
I'm excited. It'll be fun. Again, happening this Friday at Beachland Ballroom.
And the Beachland is great.
Yeah, Beachland's great. They've been fantastic to work with. Hooked us up with R&D Sausage across the street, who will be providing the food.
Wow.
And
How fun.
yeah, no, shout out to the whole Beachland staff, Cindy, James, Bryce, the whole crew.
Nice.
I could yap about it all day, but yeah, come on out this Friday.
Okay.
Anyway, come on in ends with I got a Chili Peppers vibe club with like it has a bunch of like doo-doo-doos, like I don't know, at the end of it. I
Big
kind of
funky
feel like
chords.
yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, but that's what the Chili Peppers do when they have like all their like in Blood Sugar Sex Magic album. There's so many times
Yeah.
where they're just like And it's just, yeah, what a fucking way. The simplest things can get people to sing along, and like that's what people
no
realize.
kidding.
You got to throw in your oons, your eyes, your it's sexuality.
Yeah.
Sitting at number 8, we have White Train, sitting at 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
Longest song on the album.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Are you gonna? Oh, I thought you were fact checking.
Oh yeah, this is the one I knew. I thought it was that.
It's the second last song on the album, actually, and I think it's placed really well. I mean, the piano definitely leads it. It's definitely much more mild than some other songs until you get to about 420, and that guitar is just ripping your fucking face off. And no one is safe after that.
Not even Collin himself.
My favorite, this is probably going to sound creepy, but when you see him play in person, he has like his facial expression, like you can just, he's just like so into it and like vibing, and he's just like,
it kind of reminds me of like Grumpy Cat, where he's like,
yeah,
like, you just like when you see it, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like this piece of it, I can like picture his face.
That is
like
a good episode topic, because it's something that every person playing an instrument has. It's their face. It's the face that you make.
His face is like he has his guitar and he's like he like his face changes with like the tone of like the, like with the notes and the different like it's I mean it's not hilarious, but like it's
no, it is hilarious because you have like no control over it, honestly.
Like you can tell it's just natural, but he's just like so into it, and that's kind of like also what makes the show, like, you know, it's funny.
I make a face when like I'm not like if I'm like not thinking about what I'm playing, then like that's when you're like into it. That's like what Collin is with all of his songs, and they're just so locked in. But there's times like where you're going out there and like you're thinking about what you're doing, dude. I have this face that like is just like I literally look insane. Like I'm about to just like fucking freak out.
Look insane. I know what face you're talking about, because I feel like when Bogart like takes pictures, you can like see it. But it's because you're just so genuinely like into your music.
Yeah, you're just jamming out.
You just like have your like music making face. Like, I feel like that's all it is.
Music making face.
Music making face. Trademark that.
Baby making music to music making faces.
I'm here for it. I love it.
Speaking of baby making music, we'll end this album review with the title track, A Lesson in Love. 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
It's a good one.
You know what I've been trying to get into is yoga. I want to be able to just like stretch and fucking feel good. And this song reminded me of a yoga song, honestly.
Really?
It was like calming and like, I like the synth and the choir. I'm like,
this is totally, this is like the last 2 minutes of your yoga session.
Yeah.
Like they played it
down.
And you're supposed to like.
Me and Adrian are chilling on YouTube.
Like,
hanging out.
I hope you guys are grateful for the rest of your time.
I feel like you could start that, like a YouTube channel of like music like this that you can do like
yoga too. Yeah, I know.
The music.
There's all the times where I'm like, we should put together so many playlists about like certain things. But
you should. People would really follow like along with that. I feel
good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Club, what do you think?
I'll help.
You already have a lot of playlists, Club.
Oh, we definitely could. I most genres I have a playlist for. But no, it's Spruce and I putting our heads together to like narrow it down so it's like very targeted. I think we could do a good job with that.
We could. We have one. It's called the Stampede Shuffle. And
that's the opposite of targeted.
And it's a playlist on Spotify that Club and I created over the last probably coming up on 2 years, maybe a year and a half. It was like July.
It's closing in on 9,000 songs.
And it's 9,000 songs, over 600 and something hours of music.
What?
And it's amazing because
it's essentially a radio station.
Yeah, but like with everything
you shuffle
that we
it,
love,
and it's like radio.
Kendrick Lamar to like everything else, and like it's amazing because when I don't know what to listen to, I'll just click it and then
shuffle it.
If you don't want to hear that song, you'll go next and you'll get some Zach Brown band, and then you'll click next and get Billy fucking Joel.
Wait, I need to follow this playlist.
Yeah, Stampede Shuffle. It's on Spotify, and like that is literally the only thing. Like sometimes we have guests be like, what do you listen to? I'm like, that is actually it. Unless I like seek out an album.
Unless you're like listening to Power Hour on your TV.
So many
That's
power.
a classic here at the JJ.
At the Wave Hut or whatever.
Is that what you're calling it?
I don't know. I just made that up.
I like it.
You need
Wave
a
Hut.
tiki bar for that.
It does.
I feel like it's either Power Hour or if we come over here to pregame or something, it's like the latest music videos with all the hot girls. Like Dua Lipa is a favorite in the JJ Wave Hut.
Unless it's DJ Eon like playing his music.
Hell yeah.
He takes
We support it all.
We sure do.
Dua Lipa, fantastic.
Love her.
Literally
Another
the queen of our house.
great artist who genuinely has a good voice.
Oh, and yeah, and is very well talented, very well backed with music as well.
I agree.
But anyway, to close out, A Lesson in Love, yoga music is
Yoga
what
music.
this one is.
Yoga music.
And then the drum beat comes in at a minute 43, kind of just makes me fall, and then I don't know. This is where I wrote angelic at the end. Just the horn, synth, the choir. It's angelic. Collin Miller, you guys fucking rock. I can't wait to see you guys this Friday at the soiree. Get it up. Get it up.
Okay, I would
We
say
need,
10
like,
out
one
of
of the
10.
horns.
10 out of 10 album for sure. There's just not
Yes.
there's not a song I'd wanna.
I feel
I
like there's
honestly-
no one like him anymore. Like I feel like the songwriters and producers like don't put music out like this anymore.
It's
I
very
don't.
different.
It's different. It's crunchy. It's
Yeah.
granola. It's cool.
So-
it's chill.
I love this album to death. Can I tell you what my favorite song is by him though?
Yeah.
It's called My Girl.
Oh, that was gonna be my question. Okay, no, give me your favorite song by him, but also we can't forget. I just want to know everyone's top 3 off the album before we
Okay, off the album.
get. But don't you don't
Yeah,
have to do
what was
that
the one you
now.
were gonna say
Yeah,
that you liked?
give us
So-
your favorite song.
Okay, so my favorite song by him is My Girl. It's off of his other album, Who's Got Your Soul.
Yeah.
That's another great album.
Oh, that album's incredible. That's what Club was saying. He didn't know what to choose between. So if everyone hasn't listened to it, his other album, I think it came out in like 2018 or 19.
20. Oh wait, I have it on here.
2017.
And go ahead and
Hearing
listen to
in
that.
Color.
That was gonna be my favorite.
Yeah.
song.
All like that is
Yes,
my
Hearing in
favorite
Color off
song.
that
We should
album.
combine albums.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, we can always do another
It's
Collin
so
Miller
good.
album dive in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
That one I was gonna say was my favorite Collin Miller song.
Mm-hmm. 3. Okay, so our top 3 favorites from the album.
Yes.
Clep, should we start with you?
Give it up, Club.
Sure.
Red Hand.
Okay. So my favorite one, I'm gonna go with Come On In. And then number 2, I'm gonna go with Everyday Lovers. And then I think 3, it's tough, but I'm gonna go with The Prowl.
I knew you were gonna say that one.
I did too. I feel like there's gonna be a variation of that too. so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So M's, I think, is Here It Is. I think.
Well, hang on.
Are we guessing mine?
sorry.
Are we guessing each
Oh,
other?
twins! I just know we're twins. What do you want me to... Okay, JJ, you go next.
All right.
Weird.
Well,
Okay.
mine is Here It Is, which I've already said. And then number 2, I think, is going to be Everyday Lovers. And then number 3 is actually going to be the first track, A Greeting to Love. I think that is a kick-ass way to start an album. And What?
Just what? Liz, would you like to?
No, I'm gonna go last.
Why?
Okay.
Okay. No.
All right, you go.
It's fine. You can go last.
No, you go.
Emma's born first. She goes first.
I was.
Yeah. You have
I
11 minutes.
I'm older. My first one is Here It Is. My second one is Everyday Lovers, and then my third one is Come On In. But I'm not ranking those in order because I just can't
Yeah.
pick. You know.
I know. I said
Fair.
Okay, so I feel like these are my favorite that I love to like belt out and sing because I love.
Well, that would be all of them. So you. Can
I know.
only
I
pick
am a
three.
I'm a
These are the
singing
top
gal.
ones.
Okay, so I love The Prowl. I love White Train. And I think I like Come On In.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, you really can't go wrong. And again,
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
wrong
like
choices.
everyone, please go check out this band. They're out of Cleveland, Ohio. They deserve to be everywhere in the United States and farther because they're that damn good. But Collin Miller and the Brother Nature, A Lesson in Love, fantastic choice, ladies. Thank you very much.
We love him.
Snaps for Collin.
Snaps for Collin Miller.
But now we get to dive into whatever the hell we want.
I'm gonna have to crack a White Claw.
Crack a White Claw. And so I heard, so you say Liz is a big singer. You two have obviously lived together before. What are your guys' go-to songs in the shower? Maybe you could tell me M's and M could tell me yours.
Oh.
Or I guess just tell me, because I'm sure you could hear it throughout the house.
Well, you could, but I feel like Liz didn't sing in the shower. I feel like Liz
Really?
You sang all day.
That's where you
every
have
day.
to sing. That's where you sing.
No, but it was like she would take a break in the shower. It was just like constant, you know, like
the shower was her meditation time.
yes, that was her like quiet time, and I enjoyed that as well.
That might be.
What are some songs then that you just enjoy in general, just belting out, both of you?
So I will.
Or I guess songs, artists, like what do you guys enjoy listening to and belting?
I feel like when this might be more so when we were younger, but Em and I always loved choir. Like we've always been in choir since like grade school, early days.
Okay.
Yeah.
We loved singing Christmas. I know everyone loves singing Christmas songs, but I feel like we took it kind of to like a whole nother level.
Yeah.
We loved
I mean,
Christmas songs.
Thanksgiving now, like when Thanksgiving is over, Liz and I will be driving together and it's just straight fucking Christmas.
And so
like
it's funny because
constant.
Em and I growing up together, I think we've kind of established our harmonies. So Em always
Yes.
sings the lower part
I'm
and
the
I'll sing the
alto.
higher.
I mean, Liz is the soprano.
I really think it's come to that.
Yeah.
And I have to just say this one quick story because it's hilarious.
I don't want to.
Em and I think we're in like the 4th grade, and there was your Christmas, your school's Christmas concert.
Oh, you're gonna.
And so Em and I loved to sing, and there was a little bit of competition. You know, we're twins, and we each tried out for a solo for the Christmas concert for one song. And the music teacher felt so bad not only giving it to like one twin, so she gave it to the both of us. So Em was sick. So leading up to the concert, I think it was on like a Friday, Em was sick the entire week. So I was practicing by myself. I got to do the practice concert in front of the whole school by myself. And then the day of the concert, Em, this bitch,
Head bitch in charge showed up.
she is like, I'm gonna make it to the concert. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This fucking bitch. So we get up to the front. So we get to come down from the bleachers to sing our solo. And
Together.
I think the biggest misconception is Em is this like nice, sweet, quiet one, and Liz is the big, bad, mean twin sister. This bitch, we walk up. Do you remember this? Yes. We walk up to the one microphone we have to share, and Em totally swings the microphone to her fucking mouth.
Head bitch in charge.
And so all you could hear, I'm like, I missed my moment of fame.
No, you didn't, because you were in honors choir for years.
We did. So then the next piece of this was we did try out for honors choir.
I
and-
made it the next year.
Because I didn't try out.
No. This is not turning into a twin fight.
Welcome
Welcome to the battle. Everyone's gonna be annoyed.
Get your horse.
We're
Get your
gonna
horse.
fight on this. We're not fighting. I
This
would
is
like
all in good
to.
fun. I just had to say that one story. That was the one thing I remember. Our 4th grade
That's
Christmas
hilarious.
choir
You're,
concert.
you're just something.
Do you remember that?
You really hold on to things. I think you should see somebody about that.
He's seen Dr. Spruce and
Dr.
Dr. Club.
Spruce.
Yeah, there you go. No,
I'm
I just
kidding.
thought it was
I'm
fun.
joking. I'm joking.
What is well no, see, so what are some artists that you both have
We
just
made a
like
list.
liked a lot?
We did make a list.
Oh, you made a list, fantastic.
I feel like Liz and I have very
right.
like separate. It's similar, but it's separate.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I feel like that's like who we are. Like we're very similar in the things that we
Mhm.
do and we like, but we're very like
We have
separate.
but then we'll like if we're listening to a song or something, we'll be like, if one of us are in each other's car, we'll be like, oh, we know you're. I'm like, oh, Em, like you're gonna love this song.
Yeah.
We'll play it, and then we.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun showing people new songs.
Yeah. So anyway, I
Yeah.
feel like off of our list,
You were supposed to send this to me.
I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay,
That's
so
okay.
I do have on my list DJ Flan, DJ Eon.
DJ Ian.
We love DJ.
Also
Yeah.
performing at the soiree
Friend of the
this
show.
Friday at the Beachland.
Yes. Okay. So we both love Mac Miller. We love. Well, these are just kind of the same people that we like. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Mac Miller really like started off our like music journey. We went to every concert in Cleveland when he came in high school.
hell yeah.
That was our first concert we ever saw.
Yeah, so that like really like
At the House of
set
Blues.
like set the page for us, and we just like went off after that.
I think that was junior year.
That's awesome.
I
I
think
wish I
it's
saw
awesome.
Mac Miller live. I did not get.
But
my
that was when he was on his like Blue Slide Park album.
Yeah.
Like that was like I think that was his 1st album.
Was on his Donald Trump shit.
Yeah, he was so
Yes.
young, and
I will say I
anyway,
know every word to every song of that.
we love
I'm very impressed with it myself.
Chance, Frank Ocean. We did love Kanye. We know he's canceled now. I don't know if we're allowed to say his
Yeah.
name on air.
Yeah.
anymore.
We still like Kanye. The
Yeah.
music's good. You don't have to support
Yeah.
the person.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it, Club.
I feel like I've said that too before.
Yeah, you got like
Really?
there's Kanye the artist and then Kanye the person, and you can like the artist without liking the person.
Yeah,
I agree.
without like the X.
There's a lot more than Kanye that you could say that about.
Yeah, I mean, he totally he's a big vibe back in the day. He's
Yeah.
great. Anyway, so I feel like these are really, the popular type guys. But I also feel like your music
Yeah.
has changed a lot. Do you guys feel like this if you're like seeing someone new? Like I feel like the person that you're currently seeing, like sometimes they have a
I
big
knew you were gonna try
influence
to
on
say
your.
this about me. I feel like every time you're always.
I'm
like,
just saying. I think it's everybody. I don't think it's just
Yeah, I
you.
agree. I mean, when I listen to, if I, no, like even simply like listening to like an album review, like I listen to like if we do something the next like month or something, I'm just listening to these songs and being like,
Yeah.
it's good. But yeah, no, I get it. Seeing like an artist as well, and just or like leading up to it even.
Yeah, I feel like it's just another thing. I love.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
that's so true. No, like you just had me thinking about that. Like in March, I'm seeing Muse early in the month, and I'm seeing Bruce later in the month. I've been listening to a ton of Muse and a ton of Bruce, and I think that's why.
Getting ready.
Yeah.
Wow,
Bruce.
that's a lot.
that is a lot.
Club is a
Yeah.
concert
That'd
fiend,
be
man.
More than you?
Oh yeah.
That's saying something. I feel like JJ, there was like a period where you were just like concert.
I was. It was like
concert.
end of like 21 into 22. I was like, yeah. I mean, I used to work at a company that like had tickets to like all the concerts, but they're based out of Columbus. And no one would know about this raffle for some reason, but it was like 2 tickets, like everyone coming through, like Express Live or Kemba Live, whatever it's named now. And like, I would just swoop and like saw like Corey Wong, Gary Clark Jr. Like, dude, I saw the Who, Santana. Like, I saw Grizz. So many people that go through that.
I love that.
So I don't know. Yeah, no, that was good. But hey, I mean, if you like popular music, that means they're doing it right.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
definitely. Em and I were talking too before, like when we were at dinner. Like we love a good cover for like a
Yeah.
song.
Love
We
a
love
good
like
cover.
I love personally live versions because I love when artists kind of like mix it up. Like their vocals will change,
Yeah.
Make it different.
We might need to tap you guys in then for like Club and I have been talking about doing a top 10 covers.
Oh, there you go.
That is something.
Hit us up.
Yeah, no,
Would be in love with that.
that'll be fun. We'll get you involved some way
We're
with that
definitely
one. That's one we've been.
Name just 3 off the top of your head that you just like really enjoy. 3 covers.
So I don't know if I can name any maybe like specifics, but I know people love to hate on her because she was a Disney star and whatever. Miley Cyrus
Yeah.
kills it.
Yeah.
She's so talented and she does and maybe it is covers, but also at the same time just like live versions of their song, like in concerts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's just one of the people that stands out to me when you see her perform live. Like she
Yeah.
just kills it every time.
She does one of Jolene. and
yeah,
that
I love
is
that.
damn
Her backyard
fucking-
sessions on
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Those are like my favorite songs.
And like her tiny desk, she's like literally in like a box or something.
Yes, I forgot about Tiny Desk.
That's the other one, like all tiny desks.
Mac Miller's Tiny Desk I love. I don't
Oh,
think I've seen
definitely.
Miley Cyrus's.
Really?
Mac Miller's I know is really popular. Have you guys listened to the artist? Her name is Chica.
I have not.
You guys should listen to her. So she reminds me of Lizzo, but a more just like
Oh, yeah.
chilled out, like not she's not as
She's
popular.
more like R&B, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's
Okay.
super talented.
I haven't listened to her.
Another one where when you're just drinking on like a Friday night and you have YouTube pulled up and like those random videos start to play. Like
Yeah.
she's one of those ones, but yeah, super great like rapper slash she vibes really hard. I like her a lot. So she has a tiny desk anyway. That's why
Chica, all right.
Chica, yeah, I think
I'll
it's
happily dive in.
Chika, I think. But yeah, she has some great stuff too. What do you guys like? Just any day.
The
like-
Stampede Shuffle, which you can find on Spotify.
I'll give you 3 covers really quick.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Love Song, 311's cover of The Cure. I'll go Smooth Criminal, Alien Ant Farm's
Yeah, that's
cover
good.
of
Oh
my
Michael
God.
Jackson. And then one that a lot of people don't know is a cover, but is All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix is actually a cover
Dylan.
of a Bob Dylan. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bobby. Yep. No, that is right.
Huh.
And then there's the Dave cover of the Jimmy cover of the Bob cover.
Oh gosh.
No, yeah.
Those
Covers are great. There's so many covers. People don't know Blinded by the Light was actually written by our own Bruce Springsteen on his
Yep.
original album. So shout out to
That's
that.
another good one where your average person thinks Manfred Mann wrote that song.
And same with Atlantic City. Bruce wrote that one on his solo record, Nebraska, and the band is what everyone always goes to.
Yeah. Another one is Black Magic Woman by Santana. That's actually a Fleetwood song.
I was gonna say that's Fleetwood Mac.
I didn't know that really. Damn.
you saw
Yep.
them in concert.
I did.
Right?
I went to their last concert.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like last concert ever.
I think it was like their last
Yeah,
tour, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I
It
don't
was
think
like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure. It was
Yeah,
so good.
Stevie's touring solo. It's actually with Billy Joel. But
I
yeah,
did know
they're
that.
not doing Fleetwood anymore.
Yeah, I think Fleetwood's done. And didn't someone from Fleetwood Mac pass away like kind of recently?
That's
Let
It
me look it
wasn't.
up.
It wasn't Mac. It was they actually. I was watching the Grammys and they.
the guitarist, actually.
I think.
Lindsay?
I don't know which one it was. It was.
I don't know. Club got our fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a fat guy.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
It was somebody. It wasn't like any of the main singers or guitarists. I don't think, but it was somebody. I don't know who it was though. I forget. Because at first we were watching the Grammys and Julius was like, "Oh my God, it's Mac from Fleetwood Mac," and I was like, "Oh my God, he died!" And then he was like, and then I googled it and I was like,
No, it
"You
ain't.
idiot!" I was like, "It wasn't him." I was like,
Oh
"You
my
couldn't tell me
God.
that. I'd be really upset."
Is he Googling it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
fact
trying to
checking me.
find it.
It's right. He'll find it. But so there's another aspect of music that I want to touch on that gets overlooked but is prominent in our lives,
Okay.
and that is movie soundtracks.
Oh.
And animated movies and the soundtracks, which are great sing-alongs all around. I mean, I literally laughed to myself, Liz, when there's just been so many times I feel like where we've just like been out and then like we come back and we're like going through YouTube with a group and you're like, put on Shiny from Moana.
Christine McVie. She was the keyboard
Christine
player
McVie,
and primary
yeah.
backup vocalist.
Have I done that?
Oh my God, me and Dirty.
Yes,
Like
you're
anytime
right, you're
anytime I think of Shiny, like, cause I feel like Dirty and I have like talked about it
You
before.
asked for Moana when you're drunk?
I don't. It was a long time.
I don't know. It was probably a couple years ago, but I just remember you just being like, put on Shiny right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
The weird one. It's
yeah, it's like
song.
something that's shiny. I just remember there was one time when you came home.
That's like
It's
like, you know, like that one I could see me asking for, but Shiny.
I don't know why I
like,
vividly.
be like
Yeah.
crab.
yeah, like the hermit.
Wow, I
crab
must
is,
have
like,
been
in the
feeling
middle.
some.
I don't know why I remember that so vividly because I don't think I'd seen it yet, and I'm like, what is this?
Like I was gonna say if it's
That's
like
so funny.
Mamma Mia or okay. First of all, this might get a lot of hate. I don't care. I've always been a musical girl. I love musicals. What?
I just am worried about who you're gonna say.
Like
Or
Mamma Mia.
Are you mad that Connor reviewed Mamma Mia already? Did
No,
you want ABBA?
Connor
Oh,
should-
I thought you were
if
about
there
to
was
like
one-
shit on it.
No, if there's an album that Connor was going to review, it's going to be ABBA,
Yep.
right?
That's
Of
fair.
course.
I'm
Dirty did a damn
I'm
good
just
job.
trying to like. I
God,
thought you were
no.
upset about
I'm
it.
just saying I love. Okay, so backtrack to when I was really little. Annie.
Oh yeah.
Annie was a vibe. Liz
Are
and I
you
used
kidding
to
me?
play like
Orphan.
that. We were like orphans, which is actually kind of funny
There's
because now
Ripley.
we are. But no,
my
I'm just
God.
kidding.
You want to hear something hilarious? I have Annie the musical on vinyl downstairs. I saw it.
Fucking way.
I saw it at a shop
Yeah,
and
you
was like,
That
yes.
to my house.
Yeah, like,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to gift it to you guys.
The whole thing.
Love Dan.
We used to be on our hands and knees, like pretending to scrub, like singing along to all the songs. Like that was like our shit.
We did love Annie.
We
Those songs.
loved
We
Annie.
loved Mamma Mia.
We did it for 8th grade at Bird. That's our play, and I was like aside to like a fucking the radio host guy, but all those songs stick with me as well.
That is.
I love that.
Yank the whiskers from my chin.
We would see our grandparents would take us to like the Beck Center to see Annie.
Yeah.
Like it was always a Christmas
Yeah.
play during Christmas time. We'd always like that's gonna be me up there. Like I swear. You know, Mamma Mia. I loved High School Musical. Come on, that was
Who
that
didn't love High
rocked
School?
everybody's world. Okay, I don't care who you like what you say.
What
It
did you
rocked
feel
everyone's
about
world.
Camp Rock?
That wasn't a musical.
Yeah, what?
No, it wasn't.
They sang so many songs.
Maybe
in
not a musical. I don't know what you call those, like the movies, sing-alongs.
Like
a
I
single.
guess
Yeah,
it was like a.
I don't know.
Oh my bad.
I don't know.
It's
I
like
don't
the same fucking
It's like the
thing.
musical kind of.
Okay, so wait, there was one other one I wanted to say. Mamma Mia, High School Musical, Annie. Oh, Hairspray.
Oh, we
With
love
Travolta.
Yep.
I've actually never seen that, but I remember. No, I feel like I have to fucking see it.
What? Oh my
Have
god.
you seen it?
I have not. No.
Oh my god.
I feel like I know like
Why?
one song. I don't know. It hasn't crossed my mind. Balls and That's the one I know. That's hilarious. Is there any?
I'm way behind on movies and musicals and all that. That's definitely my weak spot.
Movies, I feel it's a guy thing. Guys can quote movies on the spot in
Oh,
2
it's so
seconds.
weird.
Any movie.
It's so weird.
You and Dirty Clap, I feel like maybe you too, but you don't come around as much.
No, I don't know shit about
doesn't know-
movies.
yeah.
Really? You, Dirty, Dave. I don't know, maybe throw Flan in there.
Julius.
God,
You
Julius
guys
every fucking day.
all just rattle them off. Or like The Office, I feel like
It's
too.
just how we, like you can just speak through Lord of the Ring quotes with us.
You can remember a quote from that long of a movie, but you can't remember what I said to you.
Is that what you told John?
Oh, I just think it's hilarious. The selective hearing, you know.
Yeah, sure.
It's funny.
It is hilarious. It is. It's some stuff just sticks with you. All right. If you had all the talent in the entire world, what would be the one instrument you would want to play?
Ooh.
That's a really hard question.
What is the one you would just want to get down with on stage? You're in front of people and you're just doing everything.
Probably piano or guitar.
Like you think of Alicia Keys, like the way she
Getting on
played
that
piano
With John Mayer and them
Yeah.
doing that.
like
Yeah.
the duets
Yeah.
and like
That
whatever.
duet
That would
video's
be
so
really
good.
cool.
Because I feel like those are the biggest. You know, either the piano, you're gonna play a really beautiful, soft instrumental
Song.
piece,
Yeah.
or you're gonna get on the guitar and like rock the crowd.
But what would be the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Do you want to pick one and I'll take
I
the
want
other?
to be on the piano, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
the one like
I
sitting
want
down,
the
like
guitar.
belting all this shit out, and then I'll have someone to the side playing the guitar for me.
Like John Mayer and Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like Lady Gaga, she like put her foot up sometimes and play.
Oh yeah. That shit's crazy. I don't think I can do that.
I would probably also pick piano.
That's fine. You
I
guys
don't
could
think-
you guys could go to the dueling piano bar downtown and just absolutely
Camp
the battle of the
Six
Blazes.
Piano.
So, fun fact: I used to play the flute. back in the
Okay.
day, and
Hell
Em
yeah.
played the
I
clarinet.
was gonna say my 7th grade dream would be to be able to play the clarinet because I suck so bad.
Yeah.
Squidward.
I no, don't. We're not doing that today. Not here.
A laugh
Maybe-
attack.
No, so Liz calls me every day, at least once a week. Stop. We're not doing this here. Liz calls me once a week with a laugh attack, and it's always like something
Dumb as
so
shit.
dumb.
I think it's because my weeks are so long that I just lose it.
She just goes like slap happy for like 10 minutes.
Start sobbing.
She has to
crying.
call me. She has to tell me. Sometimes it's about Ernie. Sometimes it's about Julia. Sometimes it's about like what she said to John. You just like
It's
never
so
know.
funny. Anyway,
Laugh
we
attack.
got Squidward over here.
All right, well, we have
JJ, what would your
dream instrument. I would love to be able to honestly like destroy the saxophone. Like I would love to be able to. Yeah,
that
like
would be really cool.
I just feel like that's. I mean, I don't know anything. Like I feel like I want to learn like a horn instrument, but like I feel like it has to be trumpet. I just feel like that has to be the easiest. I mean, it could be just bullshitting out my ass.
Because you only have 3.
Yeah, like 3.
You have to
You
like
gotta have
learn
good
how to-
lungs.
Yeah. That's half the battle.
You do. You have to have good
I
posture, good breathing techniques.
And good neighbors.
And good neighbors. Oh yeah. I don't think Connor would like that if you
Dirty good morning, Baltimore.
just play some Mamma Mia on the trumpet.
he wouldn't care. He would.
Oh yeah.
Flap, what about you?
Oh, I mean, I kind of want to say drums, but I already play the drums, so that's
Oh, well there you go.
not a very original choice. So I don't know. I would say maybe the violin. I've always thought that'd be really cool, like playing a string instrument, but not guitar necessarily. Like I just think violin's really cool because you got the bow for one, and then there's no frets on it, so that's really unique too. I feel like that would be a really difficult instrument. And you could play, all sorts of music if you know violin. You could play classical, you could play like old time like country bluegrass, you could play, like any sort of like jam music.
You can even pluck.
I would
Yeah.
also want to play the harmonica.
Dad
Yeah.
used to be able to play the
You can
harmonica.
really like jam out in those things, you know what I mean?
You know,
Yeah.
that does take some skill. I have one. I just have not grasped it. I can only play Piano Man on it. Like the intro to Piano Man from Kate Esposito taught me that back at
I
OU.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you ever listen to Blues Traveler?
I think so.
You would probably recognize
No,
like some of
yeah.
their songs.
Oh,
They're from,
okay.
like, the 90s.
If you want a band that has freaking harmonica, like the harmonica in that band is like the lead guitar on like every other band.
Wait, I'm gonna play an intro for Liz so she can like kind of get it.
Well,
Yeah.
one song I guarantee you've heard by them is "Run Around." That's like
Yeah.
one of those
Oh,
most
Or
popular
Hook.
songs.
No, Run Around and Hook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
If you
No,
have time
very
though,
harmonica.
go into the deeper songs. I'm telling you, like they use harmonica like Led Zeppelin used Jimmy Page.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to deep
Love
dive.
that.
Growing up, who was your celeb crush? Was it an artist
Ooh.
or was it?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I guess we can relate it to music, but if he acts, we'll say he can sing as well.
Who's yours? I know mine.
What's yours?
Remember when I fangirled over Akon for like so long?
Hell yeah.
That's
Love
fair.
Akon.
Akon, Chris Brown. Okay, so
Chris
you guys probably don't.
Brown.
Well, JJ, you have a sister, so maybe, but she's younger. I feel like we would buy those like teen magazines at Giant Eagle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they would come with the posters that you could rip out of the magazine and hang up in your room. So this is so cheesy. I'm not proud of it, and it's no one special. But Em and I would have like the Zac Efron, Corbin Blue, not like Ashley Tisdale, like the whole high school. Like, remember we used to have all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that saying we'd have crushes on them, but that's who like the posters were. on
That's
our
who we
wall.
like
I mean,
fangirl.
Disney
Yeah.
crushes were the thing.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
What's that?
Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake.
I
Mm.
love Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake for sure. Yeah, I feel like, gosh, I don't know.
What about Aaron Carter?
Aaron Carter.
Nah.
No.
I'm just like,
I
because
did-
I have
I
a
did
younger
think Zac
sister
Efron
too.
was
I'm just
really
trying to
hot.
think of
Yeah.
like who were her crushes when.
Oh, I'm thinking like songs, like
Oh,
music.
Yeah,
sorry.
you do music, I
Like,
guess, as well.
I feel like that's
Who's your
what I'm
cele-
thinking.
yeah.
Is that?
Who's your
Like-
music crush now? Guy or girl?
Oh,
Oh God,
now
that's such a hard question. There's so many.
I'm not good on the spot. I feel like if I really thought about it, I'll be able to think of it when the second we get in the car on the way home.
Yeah, Liz is gonna be like, I'm pissed I didn't say that.
Yeah.
It's all right, we're throwing them at you.
Miller, it's fine.
Yeah, rip it.
I do. Yeah, Colin Miller. He could serenade anybody into oblivion. You know.
He could.
Who's your guys' crushes?
Dua Lipa,
Oh, okay,
Love
that's
Dua
an easy.
Lipa.
one.
Rihanna.
Oh, Super Bowl. Should we talk about that?
Yeah,
for
Super
a
Bowl.
second?
Yeah, no, she did
First
Killed
time
it.
7 years.
and a performance. I know that is pretty crazy. And they were just like coming down on like those platforms.
That was why it kind of gave me Squid Game vibes though.
Yeah, that's
Really?
Like
saw
the
people-
outfits and the whole like platforms. Like I was like, okay, this is kind of funky, but like super cool.
Yeah, no, all of them in the same outfit. I just for some reason went to like the Oompa Loompas from like,
For sure.
they're all just like dancing around and same
They
thing.
look
But
like little marshmallows.
they did.
I found some great Instagram videos. I feel like
There's
after
some
the Super Bowl. They
After
were.
the Super Bowl.
I sent them to you, Em. They were really fucking funny.
there's some funny memes. I saw people make out of those platforms like a Super Smash Bros. Like
Yes!
thing.
Saw that.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Everyone said she was lip singing, and I really can't tell. I'd like to think she was.
You know what? I said I wanted to bring up the Super Bowl, and you were like, "Oh, of Rihanna lip singing," and I was like, "No, she wasn't. I don't think she was." I think all artists have like their song playing in the background, and then they have like their voiceovers for it.
Yeah,
I
like,
think it was.
I mean, yeah, you definitely have some voices going on.
Oh,
in
that's-
that
yeah.
aspect, but yeah, I would think not. She's on the biggest stage, like
Yeah.
A stadium that big too, like there is going to be a delay, but between like what she says into the mic and what you hear coming out. So like people are gonna say that because they'll like look and think, okay, like her lips aren't perfectly in sync with like what I'm hearing. But of
Yeah.
course, you're at a giant stadium, like it's not completely instant. Like there is going to be a fraction of a second delay. So
It's like
there's
you
that
clap
to
like you're
consider.
3 seconds delayed. And
Yeah,
we get
yeah, we're
that.
living
Yeah,
We know
honestly,
You're
this
lip
is
singing
worse.
right now.
you're lip singing.
clap slips.
Yeah. This happened. We usually get like a slight delay, but I feel like it's really bad today. So I'm sorry, like if I am like interrupting you. I swear I'm saying it
Oh, you're not
before
at
you're
all.
talking.
No,
No,
you're
we're
good.
we're just talking a lot. JJ's like these girls.
I know,
No
he's
way.
so
Well, we want you to talk. We yap all the time, so we're here to hear you guys talk.
Yeah, we yap.
Wait,
Yeah.
Before we go into this Blasi battle any further, can I use the restroom and we cut this little piece out for 5 seconds?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
pee my pants. I drank 2 drinks and then
We're not gonna cut it out. We'll have some one-on-one time.
So-
Really jealous.
Yeah. You'll be able to listen to this.
Oh no, I'm on the spot.
So our intro to the episode
I
is going to just start with
Listen to this.
I'm saying I go to pee my pants.
Blues Travels just playing out of her phone as she walks down.
Yeah, I did hear that. I was like, wait, what? I love
That's
it.
hilarious. Liz, all right. So
Okay.
so let's talk about concerts you've been to. What is your favorite concert that you've ever been to, would you say? Or and it could be local, it could be big, small, anything.
So the first concert I ever went to was the Mac Miller concert.
Okay.
I was 16, maybe it was 7. I was 16 at the House of Blues, and that was awesome. But you know, when you're that young and you're going there to booze and have a good time, I do wish I would have taken the time to like maybe appreciate the concert a little more, especially
Yeah.
now that Mac Miller's gone.
It's like every time we went to Blossom is like,
Right.
just like I've seen Zach Brown a handful of times. Clubs, I feel like just diving into them recently, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I have just seen them like 3 times, but each time I've been like just focusing on the boozing rather than like what's actually being played.
Right. And not that that's a bad thing because you go to have a good time, and especially when you're that young, like it's
Yeah.
I just was like, damn, like that was the only Mac Miller concert I ever went to, right?
Yeah.
Like you just wish that you kind of appreciated it a little more. So that was my first one. We went to JJ, you and I went to a country concert together, and I can't remember the
I think it was
artist.
Tim
So
McGraw.
okay, there you
'Cause I
go.
remember-
So you know that was a boozy
Over
concert
and over
too.
again.
Yeah. Seen Camp a couple times now, obviously.
Yeah. Where have you seen
Ooh.
Camp at? Now you've seen them in a handful of places.
Red Rocks, which was
Oh my god, how was that?
unbelievable.
Wow.
film?
Oh my god, you guys! I feel like any band that or whoever, like any artist that gets to Red Rocks, it's like okay, like you've really made it.
Oh yeah.
That stadium, unbelievable. I mean, you go, they get you in and out. It's clean. They have a gazillion bathrooms, bars, like staff there. Like, it's a whole experience. So that was really cool. And they knocked it out of the park. They played 2 nights in a row. They had to extend to a second night actually because they sold out so fast.
Is that when they
for the
played like
first night.
Trampled with Turtles?
Yes, Trampled by Turtles.
Turtles.
Oh, that
Another
band
great-
fucks.
So fun. Really long concert. We were like sitting down by the end. I was like, oh God. But yeah, super cool. And then I've seen them play. What's the venue called in Columbus?
So that's the Kemba Live.
Is
They
that what it?
they just changed the name. It used to be
Okay.
Express Live.
Yes.
And it's called Kemba Live.
So
now.
I've seen them in Columbus twice now.
And Newport is the other one I think
Newport,
they played
and
on
then
like
I've
New
seen them,
Year's.
and the Express Live one I saw. So seen them a couple of times. It wasn't Beachland. Oh, at the Agora.
Yes, yeah, no,
I saw them there too.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I saw them actually at Beachland.
When they were like
2019, I think is what
it's been a
was.
while. They've blown up too much now, though. I don't.
Yeah, they played Nationwide Arena the last time they were in
Oh, that's the other
Columbus.
spot we saw them. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we went with John and I went with Brian and
This is camp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
camp.
Were the Lumineers there too? I know some of those shows on that tour were with the Lumineers. I don't know if the Columbus show
did.
was one of them.
It wasn't. No, actually, when we saw the Columbus show, the most recent one, it was with Trampled by Turtles again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
what a
they
pick-
meshed
what a
together really
card.
well.
Those two bands in one show would be bonkers.
It's yeah, and they play songs together, and they just complement each other really well.
I mean, it's crazy to see that band blow up. I mean, we've had a handful. So for people who don't know, all three of us went to Ohio University together when camp was just up and rising, playing like open mic nights and just
Yeah.
local shows. And like, I mean, yeah, and like we've had a handful of people on who have been a kind of a part of that OU scene
For
and like
sure.
doing it. But it's like, I don't know, it's fun. It's just like you feel like you have like a stake in it, even though you like don't really. But like
Yeah.
you're like, I was here when this band was just going up. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know, you stick with it in a sense. But
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
a fan, Clap?
Yeah. So yeah, we do album reviews, but we also do a type of album review called a live album review where we don't listen to the album ahead of time. We have no notes and we will just listen to it, and like the whole song will be playing, we're listening to it at the same time, and we just like give our live reaction. And we did that with Lavender Days. And so yeah, I really like that album. I've listened to a handful of songs off of By and By, and I've liked everything I've heard. I've never been to a show, but I would definitely go if they come this way, I will absolutely see them.
they just announced on Instagram today, they're like, we're going to post a bunch more dates for 2023. So
Oh, there
Oh,
you
that's
go.
exciting.
yeah, I'm honestly due to see them as well. It has been like pre-COVID since I've actually seen them, and they've had a drummer and the whole shebang. So
Oh yeah, they're yeah, Taylor's really talented. For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can tell he kind of, I mean, they're all talented, but he like drives it and just really I feel like they kind of have upped their concert like their whole vibe and like wanting to make it
Yeah.
more of like a performance versus just kind of getting up on stage and
just playing,
going through the songs, which also is a treat in itself, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they've tried to make it more of like a performance. So
I feel like I never understood the vibe until you told me to go see them live
yeah,
too.
That's with a lot of
Seeing them
bands,
live
like-
is just like such a different. I got such a different
Experience.
vibe from them than I
Yeah.
did listening to them.
yeah, they're love camp.
they are. They hit on
Forever and always.
hell yeah. So we always end with an encore. We end with one question, and we ask every single guest this question.
Oh God.
And it's very easy, and it's just what is your most memorable concert experience? And now this can be on the aspect of just like hit home with you, like made you feel good. It could also be like, I saw this happen, this person did this, we had to drag this person out of here. So just something that has stuck with you at some form of a concert, local or big. And any of the sis can start.
Squidward. You wanna?
That's not my new nickname.
What have I done?
Thanks, Clap. Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
never going away.
What about
You go first.
Okay.
I feel like you've gone to more concerts
Yeah.
than I have.
I think it's just something that like has stuck with you at a specific moment in time, and it could be the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Like
I think
Yeah.
for and I haven't been to a ton of concerts, but we saw camp at Express Live in Columbus, and it was the outdoor venue. I think it was in August, and that venue just in general is dope. I love it. It was great weather, and we literally were right there,
Oh,
like front and center. And it was a boozy concert, and I definitely was feeling myself, but it was probably the best concert. That's their hometown, right? Columbus. I think most of them are from there.
Yeah, Upper Arlington
Yeah.
High School, I believe the first two graduated from.
Yeah. I think it's also like about who you're with at the concert. And so we were with a great group, and you could just tell that they loved what they were just like pouring their hearts out in that concert. So that was probably the best one I've seen.
I've heard good stuff about that show in particular. I'm pretty sure they played like Warp Pigs by Black Sabbath.
Yeah. They also put out I love when bands do this, when they play even if it's not the full song, but they'll play a new song.
Yeah.
They like put it out there for a hot second. So they did do that.
Yeah, Believe, I think is what
Yeah, they did Believe. They also, I'm not gonna remember the name, but they also did a cover of another really popular song, but I'm not gonna remember. The one that goes like I don't know what it's called, I forget.
No, I think that's Warp Pig.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know.
Generals gathered in black masses.
I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like they were like, it was so good.
It's so random for a folk band.
Like his. Anyway, I could go on. Your turn, Sis.
You love camp. You love
camp. They're great.
I do too. Oh my God, I don't even know. I feel like I have to go with Mac Miller because that was like the start of my
journey.
Was that your first concert as well?
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Yep. So then every year he came back to Cleveland. Madison Dennis was like, we have to go. So we were like,
yeah, you did see him. You saw him at least one more time. I didn't.
I saw him 3 times total.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I only saw him the one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't come with us for the next 2. Because Mrs. Dennis had to drive us to all of the concerts.
Yeah.
It was.
So that was that.
That was just like the start of my music journey.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
That's how I learned it.
All right, bonus question. Who would win in the fight, Julius or John?
Oh, wait, you should ask me or M.
No, we're not playing that game. You already called me Squidward. I've already been like, no, I'm not your whipping post tonight.
Oh my gosh. The whipping post.
For the record, it would probably be Liz. I'm okay with that. I'll just admit it. Julius or John? I feel like Julius just because he's so much taller.
Julius is definitely like bigger, as in like he's like
more muscular.
He's like taller and
John's got those rowing thighs.
I was gonna say he does, like
John's a union man. You never know what they can do. You know?
Well, nonetheless, maybe we can have them wrestle in the mud for charity one day, and we'll put this question to rest one day. I think that, speaking of charity, come on down to the soiree of the Stallions once again, and we are going to have a great time this Friday. We'll see you there. And, you know, I was trying to go through, I should have done this before, but we have a bunch of episodes that we've done in the past with basically every single member of this band, except for anyone from Collin Miller, but we were able to dive into the album review today. So if you go back, I got episode 13 is the Ice Cream Militia, a couple of those crew. Number 15 is Joe Belinsky. Number 18 is going to be DJ Ian, who's going to host with Klepp and I. I'm going to keep going through these. Jason Augustine, who's the drummer of Rubik's Groove, is number 38. I think
Thad would be before him.
Yeah, no, I passed James Thaddeus, who's a lead
23,
guitarist.
LeBron. Thad's got the LeBron.
Thad's got the LeBron.
Was Flan number 1?
Flan, no, the Ice Cream Militia. 3 members of their band were our first guest ever as sit downs.
Nice.
I'm keeping on going. We had Mikey Silas from Apostle Jones. He's episode number 66.
Really?
Dr. Sturp, who did a lot of the artwork for the promotion, number 51.
And then how could we forget Connor and Mac Peterson at number 46 as well? We've really touched on everyone. We've tried to keep this event like in-house, like friend-wise.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm going to say it probably at the event, but it takes a motherfucking village to like build shit. So appreciate you ladies. I know, like we said, we've talked about y'all coming on for a while, but this has been a blast. It was fun diving into Collin Miller and Brother Nature's latest album, and then just bullshitting about anything else under the sun that has to do with music. But we'll definitely have you all back on, maybe for that top 10 cover. We'll have to get
Love
your
it.
opinions as well if you guys love covers so much. But yeah,
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Love you, Collin Miller.
we love you. We love you.
On stage.
I love it. Well, once again, Liz and Emily Blesi. Emily and Liz Blesi. They're irreversible. They are twins. They are amazing. The Battle of the Blasies. The Battle of the Blasi Lovers will also be going on at some point for charity. We'll have to schedule that date soon.
A wrestle in the mud.
We'll have to do it. But besides that, my name is Spruce.
I'm Clep.
And this has been another episode of Vinyl Stallions. They like a horse at the end, ladies. Let it rip. Let it rip.